there's only one industry in our country, in my opinion, that you can start with nothing today, whatever the day is, January 2026, you can start with nothing on a journey with nothing, with only a motivation and a commitment to being successful, that you can build a $10 million, $5 million, $100 million, $1 billion portfolio. There's not two industries, there's only one. And that's the real estate industry. There's no other place in the world you can do what you can do in the real estate space. And to me, that is so motivating because you don't need a college degree. You don't even need a high school degree. You don't need a license. You can get licenses, but you don't need them. You only need motivation, hustle, and determination, and the ability to grow a portfolio. You can do that only in the real estate industry.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm your host, Q Edmonds. I'm excited to be here today. I have someone who has a wealth of knowledge, 20 years of experience doing what he do. And so I'm excited. I'm going to let him tell you all, listen, as he was talking, I was writing, trying to list everything. But listen, you're going to see, this is going to be a great episode. You're going to get a lot of good nuggets. But I want to introduce you all to Mr. Scott Lurie. Mr. Scott, how you doing today, sir?
Doing great. Great to be with you.
Man, great to have you here. I'm excited to have you here. And listen, I want to dive right in. I want you to tell the people what your main focus is these days. If you want to give us a little bit of an origin story of kind of how you got into real estate, we love the hero's journey. So we would love to know that. And then, man, tell us where you are in the world, what market you're operating in. So, Mr. Scott, sir, you have the floor, man.
Yeah, great. It's great to be with you, Keith. And thanks so much for having me. My name is Scott Lurie. I started my real estate journey in August of 2003 with no experience, no knowledge, no assets, but just a pursuit for what is generational wealth and cash flow. I looked around the room and saw a lot of people, but most of the people that had the characteristics I was seeking, generational wealth, cash flow, all had some connection back to the real estate industry. So I said, gosh, I got to get into that industry. And that's when I started in 2003. My journey through HomeVestors, which was a franchise program that I started from 2003 to 2008, left me with a wealth of experience flipping houses, wholesaling the old school way, and then ultimately building a rental portfolio of 1,500 apartments. And we disposed of those, or we had a disposition of the 1,500 apartments. Our portfolio today really consists of three different verticals. We do multifamily, ground up building, and we buy. We do ground up industrial, where we buy and build. And then we have a private credit fund or a hard money lending business that lends to other real estate investors. We've got 550 active loans, almost $130 million of portfolio value. And we continue to grow in all three of our verticals. And, you know, real estate has really been one of the most important parts of my career. It has set me to achieve the goals personally and professionally I've been trying to achieve. And our pursuit continues every day. So that's a little bit about me. It's great to be here with you and with your audience. And I'm excited to hear more about real estate and share my journey and any questions that you might have.
I love it, man. Well, thank you for setting this up. Thank you for taking us a little bit through your journey, how you got to where you are now. I have a saying where I say destiny has no wasted moments, right? Meaning as we go through life, there are different things that happen in our life that kind of fortify who we are now. So I would love to know, man, through your journey, your destiny through real estate, stopping at different destinations, what has the journey through real estate taught you about yourself? Like what it has revealed to you about you?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Yeah, it's an interesting, great saying. I've never really looked at it at each milestone or each destination is what I've learned, but there's been material destinations that have had implications on me. My first was obviously a pivot, which was in August of 2003 when I was working for a family business and I knew it wasn't the right fit, right? Something was off. My equilibrium was off. And I had to tell my parents that I was leaving the business and that experience was rewarding for them and for me. And I went on my own and that was the start, right? So that pivot, that destination or that destiny of August of 2003 really was the first day. Day one, I opened up an office. I looked around. I was by myself. I said, what did I just do? And then I got on the phones and started doing what I needed to do, which was start to perform the business. And that created the work ethic that I didn't have anything to do that day, but I had to be there at 7 a.m. and I had to leave at 7 at night. And I had to put in the time because I knew I had to be there. And so that was step one. I look at some other milestones. I had my largest wholesale deal I ever did, which was in 2006. I wholesaled a home. It was a contract. I made $75,000 on it overnight. That was a lot of money. It still is a lot of money. And I was like, wow, that was a pretty big pivotal moment where I wanted to do more of that. I bought my first rental property in 2005. I didn't know I did, but I bought a duplex I couldn't sell. So it became a rental. So that was a great step in the journey. And then I think the biggest milestone journey for me was really in January of 2010. We just came out of 08, 09. The world was kind of, I don't know, all over the place. It was not stable by any means, but it was the sun was kind of trying to peek around the clouds. And I closed on 410 apartment units in 2 weeks. In the month of January, I bought 400 units, essentially. That moment was really the aha moment when I walked into these vacant Class C apartments, or I walked into some neighborhoods I've never been in before and realized, what did I just get myself into? Yeah. And that moment was the moment where I said, you're either going to go to the moon or you're going to go down. But going down wasn't an option. So we started managing the asset. We had some nights where I was up kind of wondering what I just did. Some deep stomach moments where I would push through, persevere, and then ultimately realize this was it. It was rewarding, to fill a 30% occupied building, to renovate them and make them 100% occupied, and to then reap what would be the benefits of the cash flow and the banking industry, the getting to know people. So those were the really big journeys for me. Yeah. I conclude those with when I sold the 1,500 apartments in 2022. That was a big moment for me. I bought my first industrial building in 2015 through a 1031 exchange from a multifamily unit. So that was a big moment. I remember these moments, even though I've done hundreds of transactions. I can today at random ask of a question off the years and the times of me making these pivotal movements in my journey. And so it's fun to reflect on those for sure. It's fun to actually look back and say, wow, those were the moments, and I relish those moments because they certainly make you who you are today.
Man, thank you so much, man, for sharing. Thank you for taking us through the journey, the pivot points in your life, man. I'm sure those are golden nuggets for somebody listening. And I want to ask you, man, it sounds like you are no stranger to overcoming adversity. So if I have somebody out there that's facing adversity while they're doing real estate, maybe at a pivotal time in their life when they have to pivot, what advice would you give to somebody that's kind of facing adversity based on your experience?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah, adversity, people handle adversity differently. And it's interesting to me because I see it every day, and I see it generally through the lens of a real estate investor who's struggling through a loan. That's generally when I see what I would call a problem, right? Whether the problem is monetary, whether the problem is contractor, whether the problem is knowledge, whether the problems range. It's very interesting to me who you actually unveil or reveal underneath that email when they respond, or when they even don't respond and stick their head in the sand, or when their responses are incoherent and off center, or when their comments are non-direct and don't answer the problems, which is an escape of the solution. When you have all of these things happening, in there's a silver lining, is that you find the people that call and say, I have a problem, I need some help, right? Raise their hand, I need help. Those people win. What I find is the people that are facing adversity, problems, challenges, that point fingers at others, or don't take accountability for it, or become belligerent is the wrong word, because most people still maintain professionalism, but become, I would call, not accountable for their actions, are the ones that generally never make it, right? And if you look at the real estate space, or look at most industries, right? If you look at the realtor space, 90% of the business is made up by 10% of the realtors. Yeah. That's the same in every other industry. There's parallels, right? Because most people don't have either the tools to be successful, or they don't have the connections, or they don't have the mind. I blame it all on the mind, because every problem has a solution, so long as you can work towards that. So no, the mind can't make money for you. No, the mind can't pay your bills for you. But the mind can get you to those solutions. We see this all the time. Here's what I'll tell you. I started with nothing. I don't have any Superman powers. I don't have any extra skills. I didn't have a trust fund. I didn't have $1 billion. I had nothing. I had zero in August of 2003. So if you have nothing today, plan your goals to get to 100 million. My goal today is to get my portfolio to be worth $1 billion. It's currently 750 million. If you would have asked me in August of 2003 what my goal was would be to probably flip a house or to buy a rental. And that goes from a rental to a duplex to a 4-family to an 8-family to $750 million of assets. My goal today is $1 billion. And I told our team, our goal after $1 billion is $2 billion, not $1.5 billion. And so everybody should have the comfort of setting your own goals. You should be fair and honest to yourself. You should not make them easy, because goals are not intended to be easy. They're intended to be worked for. And you should be achieving them with 100% dedication and commitment, not 80, not 70, not excuses, not 10, but 100%. And our team, my team, gives me 110%. I give them 110% back, and we work towards our common goals. Most people don't know what 110% looks like, is really the reality. And so they have all of these distractions, or all of these things called life, that interfere. And those parties continually are the ones that are struggling. And my plea is put all of the nonsense aside, look yourself in the mirror each day, and go out and get it.
Love it, man. Love it. Let me ask you this. I want to talk about, I know you talk about your team. You guys are dedicated. Seem like you guys are on the same page. So I want to talk a little bit about relationships and relationship building. Has building relationships been important to you within business? What's your strategy when it comes to building relationships? Like, give me your outlook when it comes to building relationships within business.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, that's a great question. And relationships are probably the one most paramount part of this business, right? I still have the same banker from 2003. I still go to lunch with that banker often. I still use the same title companies I used in 2003 and beyond. I still interact with the same survey companies. I still talk to the same environmental companies. We still use the same general contractors. All of those parties are what started as a business relationship. Many have manifested into a personal relationship. My contractor, one of my contractor's kids just asked my son to be a best man in his wedding. So the evolution of life is pretty remarkable. And, my son wasn't born probably when I met the guy, but 20 years later, they're now attending each other's weddings as groomsmen. So you nail it very properly. Is this business, like any business, is a relationship business. We focus exclusively on relationships. We want to do business with people that are our partners, our friends, our peers, common goals, commonality across everything we do, ideologies that are the same, responsibilities that are the same. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, they say birds of a feather, and that is very true. We all kind of hang out together, right? And we all want to see each other succeed. And when I see one of my other investors that people call competitors, and I don't, because there's enough land in my lifetime that I'll never have a competitor, but I see them succeeding, I'm proud of them. I'm proud of what they're doing and want to support them. And we see all that all over the place. So relationships are built over years and can be ruined in a minute. So you need to be mindful of how a relationship is ruined. And that's generally relationships get ruined when someone lies to you, when someone breaches trust, or when they steal money from you, right? And that's in the business world, right? If I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I always tell people, I want to put what I'm going to do in writing so you see it, and then I'm going to do it. And so long as that happens, you should feel really good about our relationship, because I'll do everything I say I'm going to do, always. And my expectation is very simple, for you to do the same thing. And so long as that's the case, our relationships are great. And we do have bumps in the road. There's things happen, but you got to solve them with a mature, responsible response and reaction.
Yeah. No, man, so eloquently said about relationships. I mean, you talk about generational relationships that you're building. You started, now your son is carrying on the relationship tree branches that you connected. So that's awesome, man. And I loved how you talked about trust within relationships. I like to say trust is earned in drops and learned, and trust is earned in drops, and they are I can't get my words out. They're earned in drops and they're lost in buckets. That's what I was trying to say.
And that's right. That's well said.
Buckets. Yeah. And so I was trying to follow you up, man. You were so eloquent in the way you delivered relationships. So I appreciate you, man. But listen, Mr. Scott, is there any topic that we have not talked about that you would like to talk about? Or is there any other words of education, motivation, inspiration that you want to leave? If it is, I would love to hear, man.
The only motivation, maybe a motivational discussion we can have, is there's only one industry in our country, in my opinion, that you can start with nothing today, whatever the day is, January 2026, you can start with nothing on a journey with nothing, with only a motivation and a commitment to being successful, that you can build a $10 million, $5 million, $100 million, $1 billion portfolio. There's not two industries, there's only one. And that's the real estate industry. There's no other place in the world you can do what you can do in the real estate space. And to me, that is so motivating because you don't need a college degree. You don't even need a high school degree. You don't need a license. You can get licenses, but you don't need them. You only need motivation, hustle, and determination, and the ability to grow a portfolio. You can do that only in the real estate industry. And so when I started with zero, right? So your balance sheet in August of 2003 read $0. It didn't have a dollar on it. It said zero. And if you fast forward to the long game that you're in today, where there's 22 years of experience and education, and you can have $750 million of assets, or $1 billion of assets, or $10 million of assets, or $1 million of assets. There's no other place like real estate. And I encourage people to educate themselves through podcasts, through YouTube, through all of the channels that are right and wrong, because not everyone's preaching the right stuff, but through right and wrong, where you can understand and decipher right and wrong to get to the goals, whatever your goals are. If you want to, I was the first person in my family to get involved in real estate. My families were involved in a family business. And I remember sitting at the dinner table and listening to the gripes and the pains of my grandfather, my uncle, and no one liked each other. I'm like, I don't really want that. So you move into this space, and I'm fortunate to have my cousin as my partner now. And we have a great relationship, and life is evolving, and we get to continue to do what we love, which is a passion for real estate. And so you can take that passion today, whoever you are, listener, who have zero, whoever you are, and you can make it worth whatever you want with real estate. There's nothing else like it in the country. It's very unique. It's very open, and it's on you. The burden is on you to achieve your goal, whatever your goal is.
And I love everything you said. Thank you so much for being here today. Listen, Mr. Scott, if someone wanted to reach out to you, if they wanted to connect with you, collaborate with you, learn more about what you're doing, how can they get in contact with you, sir?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a couple different ways to reach me. Scott, S-C-O-T-T, at fstreet.com is my email. fstreet.com is our website. We also have a lending website called thehardmoneyco.com. Thehardmoneyco.com is a way that you can submit an application or learn more about our private credit or how we support 550 investors throughout the country. You can learn more about us. We have Instagram handles. Scott J. Lurie is my personal one, but we use at Hard Money Co. for our business, or at fstreet_INV. So I'm accessible as can be. If you Google me, you'll find me. But Scott at fstreet.com. I'd love to hear from anybody. Tell me your story. I love reading these success stories, and we want to continue to be part of the real estate community that's positive, that's moving people forward, that's giving people financial independence, generational wealth, cash flow that they've never dreamt of, all through proper means of real estate. And so it's so great to be with you today, and I look forward to hearing from you or your audience at any time.
Man, thank you so much. Let me say 3 things to you, sir. First, thank you for your time. You know, time is valuable. You know, we can put a premium all the time, so thank you for your time. 2, definitely thank you for your story, man. Thank you for sharing from a transparent place, from a place of integrity and authenticity. I greatly appreciate that. And lastly, man, thank you for your perspective. Thank you for your mindset and bringing that perspective to this platform. I greatly appreciate you being here today, Scott.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. It's great to be with you.
Absolutely. So listen, y'all, I said it from the jump. You can't tell me you didn't get value from that conversation. You can't tell me you didn't get nuggets. So check the show notes, check on Scott, get with him, collaborate with him. Now, I love Scott, but definitely make sure you are subscribed here, because I promise you, we're going to continue to bring up amazing people just like Mr. Scott. So thank you again, Scott, and to everyone else, y'all have a fantastic day.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.